Welcome, everyone. We'll get started in just a minute or two, just letting people get logged in now. Let's test the sound. Can everyone hear me? Please type a Y in the chat box on the right if you can hear me. Okay, let's go ahead and get rolling. A couple of logistics to start. I will send you access to a recording of this presentation, so no need to take intense notes. Also, if you have any questions, please chat them into the box over to the right and I will address them at the end. Welcome, everybody. This is Amy Haldane from Velocity Marketing, and today I have the great pleasure to be talking to you about search engine optimization, specifically how your business can leverage SEO to drive interested buyers right to your website. We've got a lot of great content to cover today, so let's get right to it. Okay, let's go. First of all, what is SEO? Let's get on the same page here and make sure we're all using the same definition. Here's the one that we use. Search engine optimization, known as SEO, is the process of improving the visibility of a website or a web page in search engines via the unpaid, also called natural or organic, search results. Say that one more time. Search engine optimization, known as SEO, is the process of improving the visibility of a website or a web page in search engines via the unpaid, also natural or organic, search results. Now, a lot of people don't know exactly what I mean when I say natural or organic search results. Let me show you on a screenshot to show you what I mean. Here's a search engine results page known as an SERP, and you can see by the arrows that I've drawn up here that the paid or sponsored listings are at the top of the right sidebar and the organic results are at the lower left. It's important that you understand the difference. The sponsored results have been paid for by someone. These are paid advertisements that cost someone money to show up there, whereas the organic results are the results that Google believes are the best match for the search term you typed into Google. No one can pay to be here. These organic results are what we impact with SEO. We are trying to get your site to rank highly for the specific keywords that you're targeting. Now, one of the other great things about SEO is that it's not all about interrupting your audience. As a rule, people prefer to not be interrupted. It's crazy, right? Anyway, SEO is a permission-based type of marketing because it's about connecting with people who are already actively engaged in a search for your products and services. SEO is known to insiders as a form of inbound marketing, a strategy that focuses on getting found by prospects as opposed to simply broadcasting a message that finds its prospects. It's generally believed that this type of traffic establishes a much more valuable relationship than paid advertising does, because people are so skeptical about advertisements nowadays. They feel like they're getting duped much of the time. But organic results are believed to have more credibility. SEO, more than any other form of internet marketing, is shrouded in mystery and more than a few misconceptions. Among the more persistent myths are the following. The first myth is very persistent and leads to a lot of frustration. SEO is free. Here's the deal. SEO is quite cost effective, and once you have a well-placed website, you do receive a lot of unpaid traffic. But optimizing a website isn't free. It requires time, expertise, and labor. Last time I checked, those things cost money. The second is easy to disprove. SEO is one of the more measurable marketing methods available to small businesses, period. And the data shows that SEO is a remarkably effective and efficient way to promote your business. Another myth is that SEO is a modern-day voodoo. It's not. As a matter of fact, SEO is probably the most quantitative, left-brain marketing methods around. SEO experts are much more comfortable reading spreadsheets than tea leaves. Alternatively, there is a misconception that SEO is like rocket science and there's no hope for you to learn it and apply it to your business. I will admit, SEO can get pretty wonky, but some of the most effective things you can do to optimize for search engine visibility are also the most simple and straightforward. Lastly, some will say that SEO is either unethical or downright illegal. As far as I know, there are no laws on the books that address search engine optimization. That said, the major search engines have their own internal police forces that seek to maintain the integrity of the results and deliver great, accurate information for their users. Ethical SEO is not at odds with search engines. Sure, there are unscrupulous actors out there who seek to manipulate the search of results through deception. This approach is known as black hat SEO. Our presentation focuses on white hat SEO, honest tactics and strategies that are endorsed by the major search engines themselves. The reality: SEO is a form of internet marketing that most major companies use, and they do so with Google, Microsoft, and Yahoo's blessing. Here's a question that a lot of SEO consultants fail to address head-on, because for them, the value of SEO is so self-evident. Who cares? Now, if you're registered for this webinar, the chances are pretty good that you have some idea of why SEO is so important. But maybe there are some skeptics in the audience today who are still needing some convincing. The stats on the slide should help. As you can see, everyone and their mother is online, and most people start each web browsing session with a search engine called Google, Bing, or Yahoo. Diving deeper into the who cares question, 77% of searchers choose organic over paid listings, and 67% choose organic search results when purchasing, which is why organic click-through generates 25% higher sale conversion than PPC ads. As you can see, organic results, the unpaid listings, are where it's at. If you can get your website to show up on the top of the organic results, you're essentially in pole position as a business. More buyers will see your website and become customers. You can see where I'm going with this. The point I'm trying to hammer home is this: search engines are very valuable to a business. How valuable are they, you ask? Well, let's take a look. Consider the term auto insurance. Let's pretend that you're an auto insurance broker trying to get ranked in Google so you can find some customers. Now, this is a very competitive term, but it's good to illustrate the value of organic ranking. Now look at the number of searches and the cost per click. This is information coming right out of Google's advertising tools. There are over 100,000 searches each month for this term, and Google places the approximate cost for each click at $63.31, which means that you would likely to have to pay at least that much per click if you wanted to advertise for this term. That's a lot of money. As I said, this is a very competitive term with very cash-rich companies bidding up the costs. Now do some simple arithmetic and you can see the value of the term auto insurance. Take the number of searches, multiply it by the cost per click, and you get $7 million. That's the monthly value of this traffic. Okay, here's a pie chart that shows the percentage of traffic based on a website's position or rank in the search results. As you can see, the top 3 results get virtually all the action, about 2/3 of the traffic. What's really impressive is to see that the position number 1 gets 42% of all traffic, almost 4 times more than the second position. It's really good to be number 1. So let's say you have the number 1 spot in the search results for the keyword auto insurance. If you do the math based on the search volume and cost per click, you'll be getting nearly $3 million worth of search engine traffic each month. And you aren't paying for any of those clicks. I think you get the idea as to why SEO is so valuable and important for your business. Let's quickly summarize the business benefits of SEO. This isn't an exhaustive list, but it's good enough for now. 1. Boost website traffic. 2. Increase your visibility among your buyers. 3. Build relationships and influence. 4. Increase sales. 5. Measure your progress. And 6. With SEO, you can compete against the big guys with their deep pockets. Nobody can pay Google to knock you out of their position. At the same time, while there are undeniable benefits of search engine optimization, there are some downsides too, and anyone who tells you otherwise isn't setting the right expectation. The downsides are that SEO can be time-consuming. It can take months and months to make significant improvement, depending on how competitive your market is. SEO can be hard because you don't control all the variables. The reality is that why Google or any other search engine ranks one site over another is not 100% known. As you can imagine, if we knew exactly how they were ranking sites, people would be manipulating the results like crazy, and the search engines would lose credibility. Also, SEO is not a one-time affair. It's an ongoing process that requires dedicated effort over time. SEO is a competitive, constantly changing environment where you can't afford to rest on your heels. Lastly, and most importantly, there are no guarantees that each and every one of your efforts will pay off. Some SEO consultants claim that SEO is a sure thing, but I wouldn't trust anyone who says this, except maybe Larry Page, who is the co-founder of Google, in case you didn't know. Okay, at this point you understand the value of SEO. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty details of how SEO can deliver for your business. Without further ado, let's dive into the 7 secrets you must know. Number 1, it all starts with keyword research. Keyword research is the foundation of SEO. Keywords are the words and phrases that your buyers are using when they search for products and services you sell. You must know and optimize these terms. Keyword research is all about getting into the brain of the user and presenting them with the content that reflects their needs, pain points, and wants. There are some important things to keep in mind when starting an SEO program. Know your keywords. You need to do thorough research to find out what words your prospects and customers are using, which may be totally different than the words you use, by the way, so you know where you want to compete. Choose your battles, meaning you can't possibly optimize for every keyword. Trying to be everything for everyone doesn't work anywhere, and definitely not online. You must prioritize 1, 2, or maybe 3 keywords and focus your efforts there. Don't dilute your efforts by trying to focus on too many keywords or you won't get anywhere. Number 2, content is king. So keep your website fresh. What do I mean by fresh? I mean get on a regular schedule by adding relevant content, images, articles, and video. And here's why. The more you update your site, the more Google spiders will return to index your site. And the more they index your site, the more likely it is that you'll move into the rankings because the search engine will see you as a relevant producer of content for keywords. A website that isn't updated regularly is, in Google's eyes, a dead website. Keep things fresh, feed the spiders, and you'll stay on Google's radar. And, really important here, don't overdo it with trying to stuff too many keywords into your content. Just be natural about it. Number 3, get social. It's critical that you have an active social media presence. Ask any search marketing expert and he'll tell you the same thing. The future of search is social. The lines between the two will continue to blur. And if they don't tell you that, all you have to do is look at what Google tried to do with its Google plus Social Network initiative, the biggest project in the history of the company. If you want to have the best shot at showing up high in the organic results, you've got to get engaged with social media conversation happening online. There are a dozen other reasons to get involved with social media, by the way, so if you won't be doing social media just for the benefit of SEO. Here's evidence of that blurring line between search and social. This is a video produced by Google showing you how they are using social influence from Google Plus to impact their search results. That is proof of the importance of social media on search results. Number 4, get links from other sites. In Google's eyes, links are essentially votes for your website. But unlike a true democracy, some votes matter more than others. If you get a vote from a highly authoritative website, it goes a lot further. You need to have a strategy to get as many quality links as you can pointing to your website. And before we move on, just to reiterate, trading links, also called reciprocal linking, with other websites doesn't work. The links effectively cancel each other out. Number 5, roll the camera. Video is a really great way to improve your rank for competitive keywords. If you didn't know, YouTube is now owned by Google, and it's actually the number 2 search engine in the world, right behind the main Google search engine. And it's growing like crazy. People love video. This is why Google will rank your videos higher and faster than any other types of content. You don't need to be the next Steven Spielberg, just roll the camera. Use your computer's webcam or your smartphone if you don't have a camera. Show your expertise in your industry and upload to the web. Be extra sure to add descriptive and relevant metadata when uploading your video. This will help search engines find your videos. Number 6, leverage channels. The majority of the web's traffic is now going to a very small number of sites. The big brands that you know, like YouTube and Amazon, these sites have already aggregated huge volumes of customers, which is why I call them channels. You can use these channels to reach your customers in a massive way. These channels are great for SEO and for funneling people to your business's website. They also confer authority onto your website, boosting your ranking in the process. All you have to do is get your content on them, and they'll have a much better chance of ranking in the search engines that the same content would on your own website, due to the greater authority that YouTube and Amazon websites have over your website. Make sense? Let me show you a real example. This is a screenshot of someone leveraging Amazon's authority to improve their visibility. As you can imagine, how to lose weight fast is a very competitive term. But look down here on the first page of Google search results and you'll see an Amazon listing for an ebook on the subject. If you were to click to Amazon, you'd find that this is from an author you probably never heard of. She is wisely getting her content into Amazon so she can compete in SEO against much more competitive brands. The same strategy works for other major channel sites like YouTube, Craigslist, and even news sites like Pinterest. Okay, strategy number 7, optimize for local. If you are selling only in certain local markets, you really must optimize for local keywords. If you are trying to optimize for more general terms, you're probably going to get crushed by national competitors. As an example, going back to our auto insurance example, that is an amazingly competitive term, and it would be very difficult to rank in it nationally. However, many people are looking for auto insurance in their local market and will search on terms like auto insurance Denver or something similar. While still very competitive, you have a much better chance at ranking for this term. There are a handful of strategies to really optimize locally. 1, make sure to include local keywords in your site content, just as I illustrated with Auto Insurance Denver example. Make sure your website has your city and state in multiple locations, both on the page and within the head tag. Add your local address and local phone number to your site. These are 2 of the best indicators of an actual local presence for the search engines and for visitors. Make sure that your business and website are listed in all of the major local directories. Shoot videos that show you are local and use local terms in your descriptions of these videos when you post them. Get links from local directories and organizations. These are all the little details that have huge impact on your rankings. Here's a bonus secret that is very important. One of the most important things you can learn about SEO. Keep it real. Create content for people, not search engines. Ultimately, people buy your stuff, not Google or Bing. If you're trying to create content just to game the search engines, it will backfire on you. Keep this in mind. Plus, remember that Google takes its cues from real people. If your website grows popular with real readers, Google will notice. Bonus secret number 2, keep on trucking. SEO is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's probably more like an ultra marathon. Be consistent and work at getting results for the long term. Okay, before we move on to some questions, I want to show you some examples of sites that I think have done a good job. This first one is from Artie's Locksmith in New York City, which, as you can imagine, is a very valuable niche. You can see that he has the #1 organic ranking in New York City. A tip of the hat to him, that is nice work. And you can see a few of the basic things that he does really well. He has his local phone number, he's used the right keywords in his site, and he writes content on his site that demonstrates that they are a truly local company that can help you fast. It may be hard to read this, so take note to search for Locksmith NYC in Google after this presentation, and you can see for yourself. This next one is from Gem Plumbing, a company that grabbed the first listing for the search term Rhode Island Plumbing. Also very valuable, I'm sure. Again, they are practicing the fundamentals with good use of keywords, local phone number, and local content. So there's a couple of good examples for you. Okay, so now I'll attempt to answer some of the commonly asked questions when it comes to SEO. Since we only have so much time today, I'm not going to get too granular with these, but I'm happy to circle up with you afterwards and discuss any of the stuff in more detail, okay? Now, with this first question, it's hard to know, but it's worthwhile asking because SEO is not fit for every business, particularly ones with very competitive industries if you have a very small budget. Competing in that situation will be tough. However, if you think that search engine traffic is important for your business, then SEO is important for your business. It's that simple. How much time do you need to spend? Again, this depends entirely on the details of your situation, but it's probably a lot less time than you think. Consistency over time is more important than anything. And if you outsource your SEO work, you'll hardly have to spend any time at all. The biggest mistake businesses make with SEO is to try to game the search engines or to get too clever. Some of the most effective things you can do to improve your rank are the simplest, like creating content to keep your website fresh. Not easy necessarily, finding the time to write can be a challenge, but simple in terms of execution. The other big mistake is thinking too short term. If you try SEO for a month and then give up, you never really tried SEO. You have to be realistic. Keyword research is very important. You definitely want to have a good idea of the language your buyers use when they search for your products and services. Keyword research can get very sophisticated, but it doesn't have to. Again, overthinking things, especially in the beginning, can lead to frustration and paralysis. Link building is important. A link from a reputable website can put a business on the map. Link building is challenging, and a lot of businesses make the mistake of taking the link exchange route, i.e., agreeing with another website to link each other. The problem is, exchanging links is pretty worthless SEO strategy. Google could detect reciprocal linking. Google may punish for trading links, and it certainly won't reward you. Aim to create a website and content that people find valuable and want to link to. It's not easy, to be sure, but that's a path to follow. Consultants and SEO service providers can help a great deal. It's that whole comparative advantage thing we learned about in Economics 101. Do the things you do well and outsource the things you're not so good at. It's not so different with SEO. If you do hire a consultant, you want to make sure that you do your homework because there are some unscrupulous vendors in the SEO world. The answer to this one is right now. You should think about SEO before, during, and after redesigning your website. If you build your site without SEO taken into account from the very beginning, you'll always fight an uphill battle to get your site ranked well. What things will get you in trouble? Anything that's deceptive or black hat in nature. White text in a white background is the classic example. Black hat refers to deceptive SEO tactics, the kind that search engines like Google penalize for. The best way to ensure you're hiring an honest SEO is to ask a lot of questions and make sure you're engaged throughout the process. After all, it's your reputation on the line. Make it clear to them what your expectations are. How else can you improve your ranking? Number 1, go to the source. Google wants honest businesses to succeed, and they offer great advice. Number 2, don't be evil. Keep things white hat in nature. Number 3, track, measure, and tweak. Install Google Analytics on your site and dig into the data. Here's the deal. SEO is not a silver bullet. It can be hard and time-consuming. And sometimes results don't come as quickly as you'd like. But SEO is worth the investment. The data proves it. People testify to it. In fact, in a survey of small business owners who were asked to pick out one marketing channel, they choose SEO. It's considered the most important marketing method for small and mid-sized businesses. Overwhelmed? Don't be. You can use SEO to improve your visibility and draw more buyers to your front door. And know this, we're here to help you. And that's a wrap. I hope this has been hopeful. Let me just check the question box here to see if there's anything we haven't covered already. I see we have a couple questions here. Okay, first from Bob in Hartford. Do you provide a consultation on how SEO from Velocity Marketing can help my company? Yes, Bob, your initial consultation is free. You can call us at 774-641-8890 to make arrangements. Here's another from Carol in Walpole. Do you help with Facebook and Google My Business? Yes, Carol, we are specialists in integrating your website with Google and Facebook to help you get found. Making sure all of your internet properties are properly optimized is a cornerstone to a good SEO foundation. Okay, I've got one more question from Carl in Nashua. Carl asks, can you analyze my website and give specific suggestions for improvement? Yes, Carl, we can analyze what you have and make specific suggestions to improve the SEO of your site. We oftentimes see a beautiful site that's designed well, easy to use, and provide great value. All they're missing are some of the back-end pieces like keywords and phrases, backlinks, and consistent information to improve search engine visibility. Okay, so if any of your questions haven't been answered, our staff will be reviewing this webinar and we will reach out to you to follow up. If you want to reach us immediately, you can call 774-641-8890 and speak to Steve Haldane directly, or drop an email to steve@velocitymkt.com. That's steve@velocitymkt.com. Thank you so much for your time and participation. Bye now.